Solution of exam68, July 2019 for course 27000. Okay, first of all, I will do Excel on the Mac using Excel for Mac, then I will switch to the virtual machine, which I have already opened because I don't want to waste time during the exam, okay, to do access. Okay, so go connect to server, not this one, exam Coletti Paolo. I will do it directly here, even though it will take, well, let's copy it, because I tried to do it before here and it took 2 hours. Okay, I will copy and copy it back. You can do it directly there, so you don't need to copy it back at end. Come on. Is it so long to copy 1.2 megabytes? Seems to be in the 90s. Okay. Start open companies. Okay, first thing first. If the length of the name in column B is smaller than 15, if debt is positive, fill column P with production divided by debt. So let's go to column P. Zoom equal if len of B2 larger than 15, if debt is debt and 2 is positive, then production, which is in, I have to take zoom, production is in H, so H2 divided by N2. Okay, otherwise I mean when debt is 0 or negative. I don't understand how debts can be negative, but in accounting everything can happen. In this case, a dash. Okay. Close the parentheses. Now, in the other case, so when the length is too long, write too large name. Okay. Since I've written my request in English exactly in the same order as you should write it here, it's easy peasy. Okay. Let's change the resolution because it's really terrible. Okay. Okay, I've written a spelling mistake which the professor will obviously not take into account. He's not so jerk. Okay, too large name. This one doesn't have a large name. Which is it? Petroleum, probably any. No, Q8, petroleum with the... Why this doesn't have... Look, why any... very strange. Why any it has a too large name? B2. Very strange. Look, any, which is a short name, obviously, too large name. B11. Oh, that's how is it. There's a mistake, eh? There's a good reason why you should check. If length is smaller than 15, then. And by the way, we correct also large. Okay, so this is the reason why it's a good idea to always double check. Okay, so now this one has a too large name and it's QR. No, okay, sorry. This one has too large name and it's Iveco Fiat Spa la società può. Mystery. Okay, save. Fill column Q with production divided by salaries rounded to 1 decimal digit. So, equal round. Production is in H, salaries K. So, H2 divided by K2 to 1 decimal digit. Done. Click. Done. Save. Sort the data by sector in alphabetical order and then by salaries in reverse numerical order. Oh, this is tricky, eh? Look why. Data, sort. And I write a hint here because otherwise all the people will fail the exam. Hey, look. You see? Excel is believing that Fiat Auto is the header. No, it's this one. So Fortunately, I can do it like this. But if you want to do it better, you select everything explicitly. It's one of the rare cases in which Excel doesn't understand. It's because P and Q don't have a header. Okay, now, so by salaries, by sector, sorry, and then by salaries in reverse. Okay, done. So for the apparel, Larry Nascent, which is extremely famous group. Oh, no debts. Okay, done. In Sheet Solver, I admit that this one is very similar, is identical basically to another one I already gave, so I expect you to do it in an instant. Your goods are stored in 2 warehouses, and you have to ship them to 3 different customers. Each combination warehouse customer has a different shipping cost. You have to find the optimal warehouse customer allocation to minimize the total shipping cost, sending to each customer exactly the order quantity of goods. Goods cannot be split, they are integer. It means that you have to set up the variables. Here, I start with 111. This represents how many goods are shipped from A to 1, from A to 2, from A to 3, from B to 1, from B to 2, from B to 3. From A, from B. Okay. Okay, so this will be your variables. Let's highlight them. Okay. So, where is the solver? Data, solver. First of all, the objective function. The function to minimize its. Well, this one by this one plus this one by the cost of shipping. If you want, you can use some product here, but since there are only 6. Okay, fine. This is the objective function. Then constraints. First constraint, I cannot ship more than 50,000 items from warehouse max A. It's this one. The sum of these 3 must be smaller or equal to this quantity here. Okay. Max from B. The sum of things which come out from warehouse B must be smaller or equal than this thing here. Okay, then customer 1 must receive exactly how much the quantity here orders, so this 2 must be exactly equal to this quantity here. Customer 2 and customer 3. They must be exactly identical. To this quantity here and this quantity here. Okay, and then don't forget integer variable. All the variables must be integer. Okay, let's save after all this effort. Solver, set objective here, minimize, changing variable cells, these ones. Okay, subject to constraints, add. So this one smaller or equal than this one, add. This one smaller or equal than this one, add. This one exactly equal to this one, add. This one exactly equal to this one, add. This one exactly equal to this one. I've seen that some of you do them together, so this 3 exactly equal to this 3. It works. I think it's fine. Don't forget that this thing here, int. Okay, okay, well, we should also add that they could not be negative, but we'll deal with it later. Let's see if something negative arrive. Oh, cross the fingers. Solver found a solution. All constraints and optimality constraints are satisfied. Okay, fine. Let's see. Pretty expensive. Look. 0.2.2, not correct. Why? Solver. Okay. Since I am the professor, just to make it easier for you, the advantage of being the professor, I change the text and I write that this one is not necessary. Okay. So I will make it slightly easier for you. Okay. Otherwise probably we'll run into mathematical problems. Okay. Very strange that exactly 1.8 is shipped from here. Okay. Integer variables away. Okay. So if you are watching the solution later on, don't be surprised. Now there's written in the text that goods can be split. Okay. Save into data table. Build a data table to examine the effect on projected revenues for 2019. Of the variations of growth rate and discount rate. Okay, so we have to set up all the thing. Here in the corner we just put this thing here. Here we put the variation of growth rate, for example, 8%, 8.5%, and now I have the comma. Okay, now I drag up to 12, yes, okay, and here 0%, 0.1%, and now I drag up to 2%, up to 4%, I think. Yes, 4, so a lot. Yeah. Wait, there is a little chaos here. Let's set the percentage before. Okay, I tell up to 4, so okay. Same thing here. Let's set it. Okay. So it's okay, fine. Now select everything. Let's see if I remember correctly. Select everything. I didn't select everything. Now you understand why people working in office, so using Excel seriously in offices, don't use a notebook because the screen is not too much. Okay, data, what if analysis data table. Okay, row input cell. This is, okay, on the row I have this thing here, and column input cell, this thing here. Okay, let's make it a little larger because to start 2e at -6. Okay, to double check whether you've done it correctly with 12 and 2%, let's go 2%, 12, we have 1647058, 1647059, it's rounded. Okay, fine, correct. Done. We stop here, I save before something crashes. In sheet scenario, I know that probably some of you are wondering, why did I put solver, data table, and scenario all in the same exam? Well, I tell you, because I don't decide what do I ask at exam. I have a random extractor, which randomly extracts pieces of my videos and tells me, ask this one, and that one, and I obey to the random extractor. In this way, the exams are purely random, and I'm not influenced. Otherwise, if I decide what to put, I tend to give always the same thing, usually always the graph. But a random extractor, it's much more random. So expect to get everything with a higher probability if I spend a lot of time on something. So now, sheet scenario, close parenthesis. Sheet scenario. Using the present data and formula, build a scenario summary with the starting values and other 3 cases, replacing the numerical values with the starting values and other 3 cases, replacing the numerical values with values decided by you. I think I will reformulate this sentence because it's contorted. And using the formulas as result. Hint, check which cells contain numerical values and which cells contain formulas. So I check numerical value, can you see here numerical value, formula, so let's highlight it. So it's not necessary to highlight, but for me, numerical value, formula. So these 2 are the result, and these 3 are the things belonging to the scenario. So data, what if analysis, scenario manager, add, scenario name, let's say more sales, changing the cells, these 2, and I press command on the Mac, control on Windows, this one. Okay, and the Mac doesn't have a good interface here. Windows is much better. This one remains the same, Now another one, scenario name, more cost. So I change this one to minus 150,000, add less expenses, less, so 100,000. Okay, fine. Okay, summary. The result cells are this one and this one. Okay. Now you can either do the trick that I explain probably in one video, or much easier, copy, paste, so copy, paste, too large, gross profit, expenses, this is the gross profit, these are the expenses. Okay, and last one, the income. Okay, we have the start, the current values, the most sales, Okay, I don't care about the result. Okay, Excel is finished. Since I decided to work on my desktop, it's here, I have to recopy it back and replace. Okay, now switch to Access database, it's here. It's also a good idea to open already the directory, but let's show it. / ubz01fst, courses, exam Coletti Paolo. Okay, so create query list cars, which asks for a year and lists all the cars which have been repaired in that year. Okay, pretty standard. So I need, if you look at the scheme, I need repairs, not ownership repairs. If you want, you can also use cars, but it's not strictly necessary because the field car is also present in repairs. So I don't need ownership. May I remove it? Okay. So asks for a year. So zoom repair year colon year of. Now open square bracket, start, close square bracket, close round parenthesis, tell me a year. Okay, all the cars in that year. So I take, for example, car. Okay, that's enough. Let's see. Sorry, criteria goes between square bracket and not between quotation. It's a long time that I don't... Yeah, I understand. Let me do it. It's a long not time that I don't do access exercises. Okay. Tell me a year, 2016. Okay, fine. Save. The professor doesn't ask specifically for some names, so some fields, so I just put whatever is necessary. So list cars. Okay, close. Build a query customers mobile, which displays the customer whose phone number starts with 3 and the plates of the car they own. So create query design customers. I need also ownerships. Well, the plates are here. If you want, you can put cars, but the plates are there. So, well, let's put the first name and last name. The professor doesn't specify anything, so even if you don't put anything, okay, I will specify maybe first name and last name. Okay, it's always better to specify the fields, otherwise the students start asking. Phone number, which should not be specified, which should not be included. So the criteria, however, it's like, it starts with 3, so 3 asterisk. It's text, so you can use like, not show. All the cars they own. Okay, that's it. I will show also the phone number just to check whether it's correct. Yes, it's correct. So no, I don't. Hop. Save. Customers mobile. Customers mobile. Okay, access is over. I'm doing it on the network folder, so that's fine. Sorry, fuels, it's not meant to be here. Yes. Okay, so these are the 2 files. Dates are fine. Exam is over.